If you keep putting off tasks and calling it waiting for the right time, you are lying to yourself. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode on Faith's Teen Zone. If you are new here, I'm Faith, and in this channel we are talking about the challenges we go through as teenagers and provide practical tips on how to overcome them. If this is what you are interested in, I'll be looking forward to hit that subscribe button to join the fam. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you, you are welcome, I love you all. In today's video, we are going to be diving into something really deep: the reasons behind procrastination, and provide practical tips on how to overcome them. Before we start the video, let's first of all define what procrastination really means. So I put down here that procrastination is the habit of delaying or putting off tasks or decision, often leading to the feelings of the guilt, stress, and lost productivity. For me, I say that procrastination is fear in disguise. It's not laziness. It's a normal behavior that affects anyone, regardless of your intelligence, your emotions, and intention. When I was in secondary school, reading was one of my major challenges that I have then, but knowing that I have that habit of procrastinating over things, especially when things are difficult or stressful or complex for me, I use procrastination as a coping mechanism to deal with it. So there is this particular subject that I usually procrastinate on when I was still in secondary school, but realizing what it has done to me it affected me, like having low marks on that subject because I was not reading it. I was not picking interest on reading that particular subject. Another example now. This book over here is one of my religious books that I normally read. Not that I like reading, because sometimes reading is most especially boring for me. So I created this habit of reading this book because it's a wonderful book. Some of you might know this book. It has helped me a lot in my growing journey. So this book has reached like a year and before I started reading it, because I was procrastinating over it. Apart from reading, there are so many other things that we procrastinate while growing up, like updating personal documents, doing our assignments, arranging and organizing our rooms, doing the laundry, going to exercise and gym, washing the dishes, or even cleaning the house and all that. So these are the things we normally procrastinate on as young people growing up. So now I'm going to be mentioning the reasons behind my procrastination when I was still growing up. My reason might not be yours, but I think this is a common reason that usually makes us procrastinate as young ones. First on my list was time management. Then I don't know how to manage my time. I usually spend time and hours on something I was supposed to do in just 2-3 minutes. I just spend 2-3 hours doing that one particular thing because I think I have time. I always have time, so I end up doing 1 or 2 things a day and later regret it. I'll beat myself, or what have I done today, and really it's true that those things I was supposed to do that day, I'll have to leave it to the next day and say I'll do it tomorrow. And there are other things I have to do tomorrow, adding to that, leading to stress. My list was fear of failure. Fear of failure is one of my major challenges because I don't want to fail. Who wants to fail, by the way? I don't want to fail. I just want to get everything right. I don't want to mess up. So that was one of the most major reasons why I was procrastinating then. Another one on my list is perfectionism. Perfectionism is a joy killer. Yes, being perfect or trying to do things perfect will kill your joy and kill your motivation and hides you from doing things that you really love. Like for me, I want to get everything done. Whenever I want to do something, I don't get it right, or I don't do it the way I want it, I want everything perfect. It makes me hide from a lot of things and stop doing a lot of things because of that perfectionism, because I want to be perfect. I want to do things right. I want everybody to say yes, she's perfect and all that. Another one on my list is lack of motivation. Lack of motivation was one of my major reasons, because I was not motivated. I don't have anyone to motivate me. I don't have something to motivate me then, because I'm the kind of person that usually keep things to myself. I don't like sharing anything with anybody. It might be affecting most of us because we are too shy to explain ourselves to others. Another one on my list is task overwhelm. If any task I'm assigned to, or anything I want to do, even if it's difficult or complex or whatever, I don't like doing it. I don't like doing anything that will stress me or make me to go through anxiety. So I use procrastination to get over it. Another one on my list is procrastination as a coping mechanism. All of us have that. Whenever you don't want to do something, not only me, whenever you don't want to do something, you just use procrastination. I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it next tomorrow, as a coping mechanism to run away from stress, anxiety, and fear. Yes, I usually do it because I don't like stress. Everybody don't like stress. Yes, but running away from all those things doesn't make sense, because the more you run away from it, the more bigger and more complex it becomes. So don't run away from stop running away from tasks or what you want to do from today. Now let's right into the main reason why we are here: ways to overcome procrastination, or ways to beat procrastination at its game. Number one, practical tips that helped me overcome procrastination or beat procrastination is breaking tasks into smaller steps. Like I told you before, I don't like reading then, but I wanted to make reading a part of me so bad. So I developed this habit of breaking it into smaller steps, not making it too bulky or too difficult for me. Because before, I usually read, I just tell myself I'm going to read from page 1 to page 20, but I realized that I used to become overwhelmed, and it used to stress me out. So it makes me procrastinate a lot. So what I did was breaking it into, like I told you about this book I was telling you. So what I did was reading, assigning myself, and now my to-do list, because I usually write to-do lists on my daily basis, what I'm going to do every day. So in that my to-do list, I'm going to write, I'm going to read this page today. I'm going to read one page today. Tomorrow, I'm going to read the other page. That's how I got to this level of reading that I am today. The second one on my list that truly helped me beat procrastination is creating a conducive reading environment. Creating a conducive reading environment means that environment that you want to use and read, or that you are using to read, or you want to stay and read that particular book, make sure it's free from noise. It's not a noisy area. It's arranged or organized to avoid distraction. I usually put my phone away in order for me not to get distracted by mails or any other notification from my phone, because I usually get distracted whenever my phone is around me. Another thing I put down here that really helped me is that I create a schedule and I stick to it. This is where we usually get stuck in the process of growing up. We say something, we don't do it, and that's procrastination. When you say something, you don't do it. You say I'll do it tomorrow. You create a schedule, you don't do it. You don't stick to it. You don't do what you wrote in that schedule. That's totally off. You are not growing, you are feeling stuck. So what I did that helped me create a schedule and stick to it is that I normally use apps before, but going through that app, I get distracted by my phone notification and all that. So I usually keep aside notes that I'm using to create those my daily to-do list. So creating that daily to-do list, I do not make it bulky. I just write few things that are more important to me. I started with just three things I know that are important to me that day, like reading it was among them. So that's what helped me. But writing over like 15 to 20 things that you're going to do that day you are going to get burnout, making you to procrastinate more about doing that thing. Another thing that I put down here that helped me beat procrastination at it game is that I practice self-compassion, because procrastination is not something that you overcome in a day or in a week. It's a continuous practice, something you put time and effort into. So I treat myself with kindness and love whenever I make mistake, or whenever I don't do that stuff that I was supposed to do. Another thing I put down here is seek accountability. Seeking accountability is very helpful. It was very helpful to me then, because as someone who don't like sharing what I'm doing with somebody, but I had to, in order for me to feel motivated. So when starting off this my YouTube channel, I talked to my mom. I told my mom about it. So she was one of my greatest motivation, and she reminded me whenever I didn't do what I was supposed to do. So sharing it with a friend or a mentor who would help you and motivate you even more whenever you don't want or don't feel like doing what you were supposed to do. I think that is a great practical tip that you're supposed to do. Last one that helped me really well was rewarding myself for effort, not perfectionism. Yes, I reward myself whenever I do something, not because I got it right, but because most times I didn't get it right. But I reward myself, maybe watching my favorite movies, or going out, or even just taking a walk. That's a great way. Or buying yourself gifts. That's a great way of rewarding yourself. Not that you got it right, but at least you made an effort. That's the most important of it all. You made an effort, and that effort is worth it. It's worth everything. Perfectionism is a joy killer. I'll keep saying that. Remember, overcoming procrastination is a process that takes time, effort, and practice. Be patient, kind, and compassionate with yourself as you work to develop new habits and strategies every day. Consistent practice makes a lot more than perfectionism. So pause this video, pick that one thing you have been avoiding for a very long time, go do it, then come back and drop a heart in the comments. I'll be there waiting for you. I think with all this, we have come to the end of this video. So if you think that this video is helpful and impactful to you, I think you should give it a thumbs up. It really means a lot to me. See you in my next video. Bye.